have you ever considered the possibility that shadows might hold more than just absence of light? Welcome to a chilling journey that delves into the unseen darkness, an exploration of the eerie and the uncanny, where we scrutinize the enigma of diabolical shadows. You see, shadows, since time immemorial, have been more than just voids of light. They have been the subject of fear, fascination and folklore, woven into the fabric of our collective consciousness, hinting at a more sinister side to existence. Imagine, if you will, the world at night, a realm of obscurity where shadows are not merely absence of light, but entities in themselves, lurking, waiting, whispering. They dance on the walls, stretch across the floor, and cloak everything they touch with an ominous veil. Ever shifting, ever elusive, they exist in the periphery of our vision, in the corners of our rooms, in the depths of our nightmares. Across cultures, across epochs, the shadow has always been a symbol of the unknown, the unexplored, the unsettling. From the ancient Egyptians who believed that our shadows were a part of our souls, to the Greeks who saw them as a reflection of our darker, hidden selves, to the Eastern philosophies that view them as a manifestation of our inner demons, shadows have always been steeped in mystery and symbolism. Our ancestors understood this unseen power of the shadows. They revered it, feared it, and tried to comprehend it. They spun tales of shadowy creatures, of spectral apparitions, of beings that exist in the twilight realms, just beyond the edge of human understanding. So we invite you to join us on this unnerving journey, as we peel back the layers of darkness, as we probe the corners of our world, and perhaps our very souls. We will venture into territories where the ordinary laws of nature are twisted and distorted, where reality merges with the supernatural. So brace yourselves as we delve into the realm of diabolical shadows, where light fears to tread. Historically, shadows have always been associated with the unknown, the fearsome, a mere lack of light, yet it has been the source of countless tales of terror and unease. Across the ages, various cultures have held fascinating beliefs about shadows, often viewing them as more than just an absence of illumination. In ancient Egypt, shadows were considered a vital part of the human soul, the shoot. It was believed the shadow contained part of the individual's essence and, as such, was often depicted in tomb paintings and funeral rites, ensuring the person's survival in the afterlife. The Greeks had a rather eerie take. They saw shadows as representations of the underworld. The shadow was the soul's reflection, an echo of life in the realm of Hades. It was a constant reminder of mortality, of the transient nature of existence. In East Asian folklore, shadows were often associated with the darker side of a person. They represented hidden aspects, secrets, and suppressed desires. This belief found its way into many traditional tales where the shadow would separate from the person, leading a life of its own, sometimes with dire consequences. The Native American tribes viewed shadows with a mix of reverence and caution to unravel the mystery. Are shadows merely a play of light and darkness, or do they harbour something more profound, more sinister? Is there a reason why our ancestors viewed them with such awe and dread? Stay with us as we explore the sinister side of existence. Tales of shadowy figures and dark apparitions have been told and retold over the centuries. Let's traverse the globe, where countless narratives of sinister shadows come to life. In the heart of England, a tale unfolds of a shadowy figure, seen lurking in the corners of an ancient castle. The figure, often described as a tall man draped in darkness, is said to emanate an overwhelming sense of dread. Similarly, across the ocean in Japan, stories of a shadowy woman in a kimono, known as Cage Honor, have been whispered for generations. She is said to appear in the corners of your eye, only to vanish when you turn to look directly. Now let's journey to the Americas, where the native tribes talk of shadowy figures haunting the wilderness. They say these figures are the spirits of their ancestors, still roaming the earth, trapped between the realms of the living and the dead. Unsettling, isn't it? These tales, thousands of miles apart, all describe encounters with shadowy figures that instill fear and unease. They're seen in peripheral vision and vanish when observed directly. They're associated with feelings of dread, and in some cases, they're believed to be the spirits of the departed. What's more, these encounters aren't limited to the old and the superstitious. Even in our modern rational world, people still report sightings of these shadowy figures. From the bustling streets of New York to the quiet lanes of rural India, these stories persist. So what binds these disparate tales together? Is it our universal fear of the dark, our collective imagination running wild? Or could it be that these shadowy figures are real, lurking in the corners of our world, unseen by most, but felt by all? Are these mere coincidences, or is there a pattern that we're missing? Do these stories reveal something about our world, about existence itself, that we're yet to understand? These are questions that continue to haunt us, casting long dark shadows over our understanding of the world and beyond. Are these mere coincidences, or is there a pattern that we're missing? Science, as we know, seeks to explain the unexplainable. It takes the inexplicably eerie and uncanny experiences we encounter and tries to ground them in rationality and reason. Shadows, for instance, are simply the result of light getting blocked by an object, casting a darkened area on the other side. The science is straightforward, the explanation simple. But this fails to account for the unease, the chill that creeps up your spine when you're alone in a dimly lit room, and your own shadow begins to twist and morph into shapes that should be impossible. It doesn't explain the whispers that seem to emanate from the darkness itself, nor the feeling of being watched from the obscurity of the unlit corners. So, we must ask ourselves, has science, in its pursuit of knowledge, overlooked something crucial about the true nature of shadows? There are theories, of course. Some propose that shadows are not just mere absence of light, but entities of their own, living in a parallel universe just beyond our perception. Others suggest that shadows are imprints, residues of energy left behind from past events, forever replaying the echoes of what once was. Then there are those who believe in the more sinister nature of shadows. They argue that shadows are conscious, sentient even, harboring an intelligence that is beyond our comprehension. They propose that these shadows are not just harmless dark spots, but malevolent forces, biding their time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. These theories challenge our conventional understanding of shadows, pushing us to question whether we have truly grasped the essence of these ubiquitous phenomena. They compel us to ponder, what if shadows are not just the absence of light, but the presence of something more, something darker, something malevolent? Could science be overlooking something crucial about the true nature of shadows? Perhaps it is time we start looking at shadows not just as simple, innocuous parts of our daily lives, but as entities that may hold secrets far beyond our understanding. There's a term that sends chills down the spine of those who've heard it: the shadow people. These are not your ordinary spectres, nor are they your garden variety ghosts. They are the shadow people, entities believed to thrive in the realm of shadows, hidden yet ever present. Imagine this. You're alone at night, and out of the corner of your eye you spot a swift, fleeting movement. A formless figure, darker than the surrounding darkness, flits away as soon as you turn your gaze towards it. That, my friends, is the first taste of an encounter with a shadow person. It is a fleeting, chilling experience, like a cold gust of wind on an otherwise still night. The accounts of those who've encountered these beings are as numerous as they are terrifying. Take, for instance, the story of a woman who woke up in the dead of night to find a shadowy figure standing at the foot of her bed, watching her. Or the man who, while walking through a dimly lit alley, felt a heavy presence behind him. Turning around, he found nothing but an empty street and the unsettling feeling of being watched. Some describe them as dark, human-like silhouettes with no discernible features, while others report glowing red eyes that seem to peer into their very souls. They are silent, elusive, and yet their presence is as palpable as the fear they instill. In the quiet corners of our world where the light doesn't reach, they dwell. They are the watchers in the dark, the unseen observers of our lives. They are the shadow people, the inhabitants of the twilight realm that exists just beyond our perception. These encounters leave us with an unnerving question, a question that lingers in the back of our minds long after the sun has risen and the shadows have retreated. But who are these shadow people, really? Are they just figments of our imagination, or do they truly exist? The world of shadows is a breeding ground for theories and speculations. Indeed, the enigmatic realm of shadows has birthed countless theories, each more intriguing and disturbing than the last. Let's delve into the depths of these dark speculations. One of the most popular theories is the existence of alternate dimensions. Some believe that these diabolical shadows are not just absence of light, but entities from another dimension, a dimension where dark energies and forces are at play, occasionally crossing over into our world, manifesting as these eerie shadows. Parallel universes, another captivating concept, proposes that for every decision we make, an alternate universe exists where we made a different choice. Could it be that these shadow people are our doppelgangers from these parallel universes, watching us, studying us, or perhaps warning us? Then there are supernatural theories. Some suggest that these shadows are manifestations of spirits or entities from the other side. They could be lost souls trapped in our world, or malevolent entities attempting to impose their will upon us. Some even speculate that they could be the physical embodiments of our own inner demons, our fears and anxieties given form. Psychological theories have also been proposed. Maybe these shadows are not external entities, but projections of our subconscious mind. Our deepest and darkest fears come to life. After all, the human mind is capable of creating monsters out of mere shadows. Quantum physics, a field not often associated with the supernatural, has its own take. The concept of dark matter, a form of matter that doesn't interact with the electromagnetic force, might be the scientific explanation for these shadows. Could these shadow people be entities composed of dark matter, only observable under certain conditions? But amongst all these theories, one question remains. Are we alone in the darkness? Whether these shadows are interdimensional travelers, spirits from beyond, or manifestations of our subconscious, their existence poses a chilling question. In the pitch-black corners of our world, in the deepest recesses of our minds, in the void between stars, are we truly alone, or are we being watched by the diabolical shadows? In the end, we all find ourselves in the darkness, in the shadows. This is not only a metaphorical statement, but also a reflection of our deepest fears and fascinations. Shadows have long been associated with the unknown, the unexplained, the eerie side of existence that we often shy away from. The concept of diabolical shadows, the sinister side of existence, it's a chilling thought, isn't it? These are not just the ordinary shadows that form when an object blocks light. No, these are the shadows that lurk in the corners of our minds, the shadows that whisper tales of fear and intrigue. Our perception of life and existence is deeply influenced by these shadowy figures. They remind us of our mortality, our vulnerability. They represent the side of life that is unpredictable, uncontrolled, and yes, a bit terrifying. But isn't it this very fear that makes life thrilling? Isn't it the unknown that keeps us on our toes, always curious, always questioning? We find ourselves entwined in a paradox. On one hand, we fear the shadows, we fear the unknown. On the other hand, we are fascinated by it. We yearn to unravel the mysteries cloaked under the veil of shadows. We yearn to understand the unexplained, to make sense of the senseless. Shadows, in their mysterious and enigmatic ways, have a strange allure. They are the gatekeepers of secrets, the storytellers of the untold. They hold a mirror to our fears, but also to our courage. They challenge us to venture into the unknown, to confront our own fears, and to emerge stronger. In our quest to understand and make sense of the world around us, we often forget that it's the shadows that make the light meaningful. Without the darkness, without the shadows, would we truly appreciate the light? So, as we dwell in the shadows, we must remember that they are not just symbols of fear and uncertainty. They're also symbols of mystery, of the unknown, of the unseen aspects of our existence. They hold the keys to understanding ourselves and the world around us in a deeper, more profound way. The shadows wait silently, holding secrets yet untold, but are we ready to face them? The shadows beckon, inviting us to take a step into the unknown. This is an irresistible call, a siren song from the depths of our own subconscious. It's a tantalizing whisper that promises to reveal the unexplored, the hidden, the enigmatic. But it's not without its perils. Like a labyrinth filled with secrets, shadows are a realm where reality is distorted, where the familiar becomes strange, and the strange becomes all too familiar. In every culture, in every corner of the world, shadows have been a source of fascination, a realm of mystery. They've been feared and revered, seen as both omen and oracle. They've been the subject of folklore and the inspiration for countless tales of horror. But what are they, really? Are they merely the absence of light, or do they hold something more, something darker? As with all mysteries, the allure of the unknown is irresistible. The shadows invite us to question, to wonder, to imagine. They challenge us to confront our fears, to face the unsettling, the uncanny, and in doing so, they offer us the chance to understand, to unravel the enigma that is the shadow. But be warned, the shadows are not for the faint of heart. They demand courage, tenacity, a willingness to tread where others fear to. They ask us to peer into the darkness, to face the unseen, to confront the unknown. So, do you dare to accept the shadow's invitation? Do you dare to step into the darkness, to delve into the depths, to navigate the labyrinth of your own fears? As we part ways, remember, the next time you find yourself alone with your shadow, ask yourself, are you truly alone? Or is there something more, something lurking in the darkness, something watching from the shadows? The answer may surprise you, it may terrify you, but it will undoubtedly leave you questioning, wondering, and forever looking over your shoulder. If this tale of tales touched your soul, leave a comment and I'll see you next time in the Vision Vault.